Welcome back, guys. Continuing from chapter 18, question 20. Say regulation of blood sugar level takes place in, do not forget to say it takes place, correct answer actually is the liver. Although the hormones that is used to achieve this are released from the pancreas. So you could take that down, but it's actually the liver. Next question 21. The part labeled III, which is this part, is for the part labeled III, not too clear of an image, is actually for protection. 21 is option A. Let's run through 22. Question 22. The structure labeled II. The structure labeled II. Let's go check it out. The structure labeled II, which is this place. The structure labeled II. Actually, the first thing you need to note, III is called the subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous fat, okay? While 22, the structure labeled II is, let me pay keen attention to this, is known as the sweat gland. That's option A. The sweat gland, option A, the sweat gland. 23. In which part of the human body does the secretion of the growth hormone occurs? Growth hormone occurs precisely in the pituitary gland. Pituitary is spelled Pituitary. Pituitary gland, which is located in the head region. So the pituitary gland is located in the head region. So the region is the head region, option A. I want us to jot a couple of points down. Right. Pituitary hormones are from two parts. Roman figure I. Anterior pituitary gland and posterior pituitary gland. Now, under anterior pituitary gland, you have certain hormones there. So I want to list the hormones for you. Jot down. A. Growth hormone. B. Thyroid stimulating hormone. It's also called TSH. Number 3. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. I'll spell it ADRENOCORTICOTROPIC, which is also called ACTH. Capital letter ACTH, like the acronym. Next, follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. And next one, that's, I've given you A, B, C, D, E. Luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone is spelled LUTEINIZING. And lastly, prolactin. Now, the ones they ask commonly here is that they will ask, what part of the pituitary gland is prolactin secreted? You need to know the prolactin is released from the anterior pituitary gland. Now, next to the posterior pituitary gland. Posterior pituitary gland. Remember, we say posterior pituitary gland is located in the head region. Remember, and we said is also for growth hormone. Growth hormone is inside the pituitary gland, and growth hormone is inside the anterior pituitary gland. Now, for the posterior pituitary gland, you're having oxytocin. Option A, oxytocin. B, antidiuretic hormone, ADHD. Next line, right. The pituitary gland is also called the master gland because some of its hormone have trophic or stimulating effect on other endocrine gland. Next, right. Trophic hormones of the pituitary gland. Roman figure I. ACTH. Remember, I will say ACTH is adrenocorticotropic hormone. ACTH, it stimulates the adrenal cortex. Next, TSH, which is also known as thyroid stimulating hormone, it stimulates the thyroid. Next one, FSH or LH, it stimulates the gonads, the reproductive part, gonads. Next, prolactin. This hormone causes the production of milk in female mammals. Next, right, oxytocin, OXYTOCIN, it causes the contraction of the uterine it causes the contraction of the uterine during childbirth, and it also promotes secretion of milk. It also promotes secretion of milk. Next, ADH. It prevents diuresis. Diuresis is spelled diuresis, open bracket, excess water loss via urine. Excess water loss via urine by stimulating the distal covulated tubules of the kidney, making them more permeable to water for reabsorption. Next, next, under secretion of ADH causes diabetes insipidus. Insipidus is spelled, diabetes is spelled diabetes. Insipidus is spelled insipidus. Diabetes insipidus. You also have other endocrine organs. The thyroid, the thyroid is located in the neck. The pancreas and the adrenal glands are located within the abdomen. The gonads are located within the pelvis. We'll move on to question 24. Which of the following growth activities in plants is brought about the gibberellins? Remember, we talked in the previous clip that gibberellin causes cell elongation or elongation of stem. 24 is option C. Gibberellin is a type of plant hormone. Like in a plant hormone where they make the stem grow longer. You understand, Abi? 25. Urea formation occurs in the, most students will always get this one wrong, the liver. Urea formation occurs in the liver, not the kidney. The liver. 25 is option B. 26. The gland usually found in a position labeled is, okay, which of the position are we talking about? Because there are a lot of labeled position here. Pituitary gland is labeled I. This one in the head region, pituitary gland. This one in the neck region, thyroid. You have this one, the adrenal and the pancreas. Then this plant, the gonads. So I is pituitary. You jot that point down. You could rewind and jot down. Number 27. So 26 is option D. They are talking about pituitary gland. Because labeled in the position I is pituitary gland. 27. The hormone secreted at IV, the gonads, serve to facilitate the development of facial hair. 27 is option A. 28. Metabolic production of urea is carried out in the dash. They repeated similar question again. 28 is option B. Liver. They repeated this question multiple times. Pay attention. So urea is produced in the liver, not kidney. 29. The most important hormone that includes the ripening of fruit. The most important hormone that helps fruit to ripen is option E. Ethylene. 30. If you follow the organic chemistry series, you should know what ethylene means and the chemical formula for ethylene. If you've not known that, you could ask on our WhatsApp group. 30. If a nursing mother is not producing enough milk, do not forget we said prolactin and oxytocin are responsible. Prolactin is gotten from the anterior pituitary gland. That's the stimulation of it, release of it. What causes the release? The hormone is from the pituitary gland, anterior pituitary gland, while oxytocin is from the posterior pituitary gland. Do not forget, we say the pituitary gland are gland that produces hormones. They are located in the head region. You also have growth hormone from there. Some people will pick neck. No, neck is not for the growth hormone per se. It's from the head first. It's the one that will stimulate the one in the neck, the thyroid gland. So 30, if a nursing mother is not producing enough milk, her hormonal system is probably deficient in dash. Prolactin. 30 is option A. Prolactin. Do not forget. 31. Which of the following is a homeostatic response in humans? Homeostatic response in humans. Shivering in cold weather. When there's cold, when they shiver, and a homeostatic response. Don't forget. 32. The part of the mammalian skin involved in temperature regulation is the sweat gland. The sweat gland is involved. The sweat gland is involved. And how does this happen? When there's heat now, then the sweat gland will generate, like releases heat, releases water from there, and there will be evaporation. So there will be evaporation from your skin surface, and once the evaporation happens, you will experience cooling. That's why sometimes you are in a very hot place and you drink water, some kind of cold water. It seems as if you will sweat everything out. Or as you sweat everything out, then your body will become cool. If you know what I'm trying to say. Sweat gland. 32 is option A. 33. In mammals, the organs directly on top of the kidney is the. This question most students would always get it wrong. Adrenal. Option B, adrenal gland is directly on top of it. 34, insulin is produced by the endocrine gland labeled insulin. It should be around here, III. 34 is option B, pancreas. So insulin is secreted by the endocrine gland called the pancreas. 35, the function of the structure labeled I is to this one here, pituitary. Don't forget to stimulate development of secondary, prepare, regulate activities of other hormones. 35 is option D, stimulate activities of other hormones, like the kings of the hormones himself. 36, tyrosine and adrenaline are examples of hormones which control. Tyrosine and adrenaline, they control behavioral patterns. Don't forget, adrenaline is the fight or the flight hormone. When you see snake now, wetin go fit make you want run, or it go make you really get the boldness to say, let me kill this snake. Some people will use their feet to want to match the head of the snake. Very dangerous thing to do. That's actually the cause of adrenaline. Adrenaline, now they give you that kind of thing. Then tyrosine, similar thing too, but not for flight or fight. Tyrosine. So number 37, which of the following organs regulate the level of water, salt, hydrogen, ions, and urea in the mammalian blood? 37 is option D, the kidney. The kidney. Some will say liver now. No, this time the kidney. 38, plant growth can be artificially stimulated by the addition of plant growth. 38, option A, gibberellins. Don't forget. 39, the gland that is found just below the hypothalamus is the pituitary gland. Option B. Right. The pituitary is controlled by and connected to the hypothalamus. It is controlled by and also connected to the hypothalamus. All of them like these are located in the brain region. 40, the most important plant hormone is auxin. Option B. 41, the absence of antidiuretic hormone in the humans results to, do not forget the kind of diabetes we'll say they lead to. Okay, but it will result to actually drastic dehydration, aka diuresis, drastic dehydration. So right, lack of antidiuretic hormone leads to drastic dehydration. Open bracket, diuresis. Diuresis is diuresis. Don't forget. Now let's take the last question. The question stopped at question 42. So this is the last question. Yeah. Oestrogen is an hormone that is synthesized in the ovaries. 42 is option D, ovaries. Also progesterone by the ovaries also. There's another hormone called progesterone, progesterone, also synthesized in the ovaries. The same thing, oestrogen. So progesterone and oestrogens are hormones synthesized in the ovaries. So we've come to the end of this chapter. While going through this, practicing these questions with us, if there are areas that are gray and you like more explanations, I'm going to leave the link to a WhatsApp group in the description box of this video. And lastly, also note we run classes to prepare you for your next exam. If you would like to enroll, you could also reach out to us via that link. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Ewan.